Classic rock album reviews coming right at you. Smack 'em a gob, everybody. Hey, and happy Halloween. Yes, I got this donation from Bronson Wright-Wolfe, who asked me to do a track, the soundtrack, to review the soundtrack to the movie Trick or Treat, and he asked me to talk about it as well. So I'm going to review the album first, and then I'll give you my little movie review at the end. And if you all want to see on Almost Human Live, me, Tony Dio, Count Ralphus, and Wayne Noon, and Greg Noggle, we all talked about Trick or Treat, and it's in the comments below, in the description below, Look at the description below, and under that, if you'd like to donate, I have a PayPal. Under this is the link to us talking about the movie Trick or Treat. And later today, I'm going to have another Halloween video up from Joseph Manila, who asked me to write 10 albums that get me in the Halloween mood. That'll be in a couple hours. And then tonight, Almost Human Live, we're going to have a Halloween special at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. So I hope you all tune in. We're going to talk about our favorite horror movies, and I would like you all to be there and talk about your favorite horror movies. It'll be a lot of fun. All right, so here we go. Now, here's the thing, man. I ain't gonna lie, I've been a little biased because of people like, oh, Trick or Treat's the best Fastway. Man, you haven't heard that first Fastway? You're kidding, right? And I don't know, through the years, I've always liked this album, Trick or Treat, but I got that little bias in me because I never play this album. I always play the first album, always, and I still think it's a better album. So listening to this today, I was like, damn, this is better than I remember. I never thought it sucked. I just thought it wasn't as good as the first album. Really, the first two albums. But I still like it. I like it a lot, and I'm going to talk about it right now because it starts with the song Trick or Treat, and it totally kicks ass. And it's got such a killer melodic chorus. Love it. Next, After Midnight. This is another cool tune. And there's a music video for this that I can't find on YouTube. I only find little clips of it. They made a music video where it's only Fast Eddie Clark, Sammy Kerr, the actor that played Sammy Kerr, and in the background there's a silhouette of a drummer, a silhouette of a bassist. Weird video, man, but it's a cool tune. I dig it. All right, next one's called Don't Stop the Fight, and this one's a mid-pace rockin' tune. It's not one of my faves on here, but it's not bad either. I wouldn't skip it. It's a decent tune. And that goes into Stand Up, and this one, it's an all right tune, a bit better than Don't Stop the Fight. It's all right. All right, next. Tear Down the Walls. Now this song is 2 minutes long, right? But the beginning of the song, 40 seconds of it, is this long intro, noisy thing. So really, this song is 1 minute and 20 seconds. And it's a fun tune. It's not a bad song. I dig it. All right, what's after that? We got Get Tough. All right, this one would be my favorite of the newer songs. I just think it's a great tune. This is a really good one. And the one after that, Hold On to the Night, it's kind of Van Halen-ish a little bit. It's, cool drums, and it's a rockin' tune. I think it's a cool tune. I like it. Now, the best song on here is actually from the first album, the song Heft. I absolutely love, that's the heaviest Fastway song. So heavy and killer, and yeah, man, I absolutely love Heft, and it's my favorite on here, even though it's an old song. And then it ends with a song from the second album, which is all fired up, a song called If You Could See, which is my favorite song off the second album. And yeah, this would be my second favorite song off Trick or Treat. I think those first two albums are better, man, but Trick or Treat's a fine album, not bad. Especially today, hearing it with, you know, with ears that hasn't listened to it for many, many years. You know, so yeah, I can see it's a great album. It is a great album. But I still prefer the first two. Alright, and now the movie review. As some of you may know, Ozzy and Gene appear on the DVD release, and they're hardly in the movie. Gene was offered the role of Sammy Kerr, but instead he took the Bobo role of the DJ that only has one scene that it's just stupid. It would have been better for him to do the role of Sammy Kerr. Oh no, it's too close to home. I don't want to do nothing. Or you know who would have been better than Gene is Blackie Lawless. Blackie Lawless, there's two conflicting stories about Blackie Lawless and Trick or Treat. One, they offered him the role and he refused to do it because he didn't want to lip sync to Fastway songs. Where now he's lip syncing to his own songs. I'm just kidding. Maybe not. But anyway. He's not lip syncing, but he's singing to tracks. I saw it myself, but whatever. That's one of the stories. The other story is, and Blackie Lawless actually said this when I met him, when he talked to the meet and greet people. He said he got the script, he hated it. He said he didn't want to do it because of the script. And then later he went to the movies and he saw it and he thought it was great. And he's like, that's not the script I read. So he was like, I would have done it, man. If Blackie Lawless would have played the role of Sammy Kerr, that would have been beyond epic. Beyond epic. I'm telling you, man, that would have been the way to go, if you ask me. But anyway, yeah, Ozzy's role was short, and what Ozzy did was, they said they filmed Ozzy doing ad-lib for 45 minutes, and they just took a little clip of that ad-lib and put it in the movie, you know. And some countries called the movie Ragman, you know. And yeah, there's a lot of copyright bullshit going on, which is stalling a re-release. You know, there's, you know, the poster images, the songs, and so forth. That's making it difficult for them to release it again. I know it's released here and there, but yeah, weird stuff. But yeah, I gotta give a shout out to all the bands that I noticed in the movie. Was when the mother was going through Ragman's albums, she saw Sabotage, Dungeons Are Calling, Raven, Impaled, Exciter, Possessed. I was like, man, he's got a great album collection, you know. And the tour posters, you had like Judas Priest, Motley Crue, Twisted Sister. I saw Poison in there. Anthrax, Raven, the Pack is Back poster, a poster of Shout at the Devil. And yeah, and there was Defenders of the Faith calendar there, and Kiss Army button on his vest, an Anthrax hat, Lizzie Borden, Diary of a Madman, Twist Sister, Animalize posters, Love Gun poster, banner of British Steel, and another button of Purgatory Iron Maiden on his vest, and Made in Japan. Yeah, it's awesome, you know. And also at his locker in school, he had a Bark at the Moon sticker, a Lizzie Borden sticker. Yeah, and he was at one point wearing a Spreading the Disease shirt. So yeah, the guy that ended up playing Sammy Kerr, his name was Tony Fields. And he used to be like a Solid Gold dancer, and he was in the Beat It video of Michael Jackson, also Thriller, and Body Talk Queen, or Body Language. He was in that video. Lionel Richie video calling Run in the Night. Anyway, yeah, he's had a lot of dancing stuff, and you can tell in the movie how he jumps around and twirls around in some parts. Yeah, he was a total dancer. And unfortunately, he passed away from AIDS, later on. But, yeah, I think about it. I don't know if Blackie Lawless could have made a better Sammy Kerr than Tony Fields. I think Tony Fields was the perfect person to play Sammy Kerr. Now, as far as Mike Price, Skippy, seems like a nice guy. A little too dorky for me, I mean, even when I saw that movie in the theaters, I lived that life. I mean, I went to a school with a lot of preppies and stuff like he did in that movie, but none of the preppies in my high school ever messed with me. They just looked at me and all the people, because I made a lot of metalhead friends in high school, and all the people, they looked down on us, but they wouldn't do anything like to try to hurt us, because we'll kick their ass. Seriously. We were metalheads and crazy. But yeah, I didn't know no metalhead. I wasn't friends with any metalhead like Skippy. Ragman, like running around. Chow and wearing those ridiculous bandanas. No, I can't say I wore stuff like that and acted that way. Or got picked on, so I can relate, but I can't relate. I can relate how the metalheads were looked down upon. And when you're young, like I was like, fuck them. I don't give a fuck what they feel. Now looking back, all these decades later, of those people looking down on us and stuff, I still had that same attitude. Fuck them. They can all kiss my big black ass. I don't care. So I really can't identify with Skippy, but at the same time, I can watch this as a movie, as, popcorn flick. And that's exactly what it is. Sammy Kerr, he dies in a fire. Then Ragman brings him back to life because Gene Simmons gave Ragman the very last recording. And when Ragman played it backwards, he came back to life. And when you played Sammy Kerr's music before, after he died, the music that they released of Sammy Kerr was just background guitars. I was like, who the fuck would listen to this? What kind of fucking, he left behind a masterpiece? He left behind a masterpiece of shit. Seriously. But I gotta say, my all-time favorite scene in the movie is when Ragman threw the radio in the backseat of the cop car, and then Ragman was driving down real fast, trying to make Sammy Kerr come out of the radio, and he, come on, tough guy, come on, and he wouldn't come out, and it wasn't until Ragman said, you are a poser, you're false metal. That pissed him off. Then he came out. Rawr, you don't say that shit. That's the false metal. Rawr. By the way, I wrote a song called A Song in the Key of Death, which is about the movie. You can hear it on YouTube. Thrash is my band. The song's called In the Key of Death, where we sample Sammy Kerr in the beginning of the song. Him saying, no wimps, no false metal. Then we go into the song. I make lyrics to the opening lines of the movie that's all satanic and shit. And, the chorus is like, legislate me and we will bring you down. We will bring you down. Yeah, you listen to that song, you realize it is written by a guy that loves Trick or Treat. Me. So, yeah, it's an awesome movie. I hope this was good enough for you, my friend Bronson. I love the movie. I don't want to give everything away, but if you are a fan of the movie, check out the link below of us discussing it. And check out the soundtrack. And those that haven't seen Trick or Treat, I'm talking about the original version from 87, I think. That one, not the later one. Check it out, man. If you like the metal and stuff, it's a fun movie. So thank you so much, Bronson, and everybody watching now. Thank you so much for tuning in. And please subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And ring that little notification bell. And let me know what you think of the movie Trick or Treat in the comments below. And remember, I got 2 more things coming up today on Halloween, which is 10 albums that get me in the Halloween mood. and Almost Human Live talking about our favorite horror flicks. So check it out. And like this video. That'd be awesome for the YouTube algorithms. So stay frosty. Listen to Black Sabbath and smack 'em a gob. Metal Machine 66 Crush.